Good morning, everyone. Actually, there was no internet in university. Also, now also not there is no internet. So I have joined it from the my mobile itself, and I've connected my mobile hotspot. So that's why we late. Okay, now I want to ask you from up to which point we have covered. I think we have to see one theorem, no? Yes, everyone able to hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
सांगू शकतात का कोणी कुठेपर्यंत झालं होतं? का
एक
विसरले?
थेरमचं स्टेटमेंट घेतले होते मॅम.
Good. That is, we want to check that every isometry is written as a product of translation and orthogonal transformation. Okay. So let us see the statement of the theorem once again, and then we'll go for the proof. Okay. Yes, what is the statement? Every isometry of E3 can be uniquely expressed as an orthogonal transformation followed by translation, that is F is equals to TC, right? So how to write this one? Okay, right. I will write down the statement once again. Every isometry of E3 can be uniquely expressed as can be uniquely expressed as orthogonal transformation followed by the translation. Okay, this was a statement. What do you mean by this statement? I have to say that every isometry F can be written as orthogonal transformation, that is C. The notation for the orthogonal transformation is C, and followed by translation, that means TC. Okay, so every isometry F can be written in the form of T into C, right? T composite C. So we have to prove that every isometry can be written in the form of orthogonal transformation followed by the translation. Okay, that is F is equals to TC. This theorem is very important because many of the examples we are going to solve with the help of this theorem later on. So concentrate on this theorem, how to prove the steps stepwise, and then we'll go for the examples, how to uh, check the isometry with the help of this theorem itself. Okay. Have you understood the statement? What is given? Only we have to prove that every isometry F can be written as T into C, where T is a translation, C is a orthogonal transformation. आठवते का ट्रान्सलेशन म्हणजे काय असतो? Yes, can anyone tell me what is a translation?
The function which moves every point with constant distance in specified direction.
Okay, good. What about the orthogonal transformation?
Distance between the points and their image is same.
I want the definition. Actually, it is having the two parts. No? It is linear transformation and it preserves the dot product. That is
Dot product.
Cp dot Cq is equals to P dot Q. And secondly, it is a linear. We have proved this, no? We have proved that T is a translation. Then how we have proved that St is equal to Ts if S and T are the translation. Then we have proved what the uniqueness for that, and afterwards we have gone for the orthogonal transformation, and then at that time we have proved orthogonal transformation is also isometry, and also we have proved one relation between orthogonal transformation and the rotation. आठवते का सगळ्यांना? Every rotation is orthogonal transformation we have proved, right? But reverse is not possible. Yes, आठवतंय का कुठली स्टेटमेंट प्रूव्ह केले होते? एव्हरी ऑर्थोगोनल ट्रान्सफॉर्मेशन इज रोटेशन और एव्हरी रोटेशन इज ऑर्थोगोनल ट्रान्सफॉर्मेशन.
Every rotation is orthogonal
Rotation is
transformation.
Correct. Good one. I hope all of you are doing a study. We will take an internal, maybe combinedly first and second chapter, which is of 30 marks. uh, Sorry, actually it is 20 marks, no? So एक ही internal लेंगे हम, no need to take the two different internals. So only one internal exam I will conduct, and I will discuss with our HOD ma'am, and we will tell you the timetable for that. Okay. So now let us start with the proof. Okay, what is given? F is a isometry. Secondly, what is given? T is a translation. Third, what is the next point given? C is a orthogonal transformation. So these 3 points are provided to us. With the help of some theorems which we have proved for the translation, we will take a help of those theorem and we will prove the result. Let us start with the proof. What is given? F is a isometry. T is a translation. So if you remember one theorem we have proved about the translation, that if T is a translation, suppose here as we want to prove the result, so we will say that suppose T is a translation by f of 0. So what will be the effect by the theorem which we have proved for the translation? If you remember, if T is a translation by A, we know that T inverse is a translation by
minus a.
minus a. So here also we can say T inverse is a translation by minus f of 0. यहाँ पे हमें प्रूव करना है रिजल्ट इन टर्म्स ऑफ f इज इक्वल टू टी सी. सो हम लोग क्या कंसिडर करेंगे? लेट अस अज्यूम दैट t इज अ ट्रांसलेशन बाय f of 0. हमें दिया क्या है यहाँ पे? f इज आइसोमेट्री. नेक्स्ट व्हाट इज गिवन? t इज अ ट्रांसलेशन. ओके, ट्रांसलेशन है तो वो किसी एक वेक्टर के साथ ही होगा ना. सी say t is a translation by a, t is a translation by b, like this. Okay, simply we are given that t is a translation, so we can assume that t is a translation by the vector f of 0, because we know that every isometry starts from e3 and ends to e3. Okay, so whatever may be the points, they are in a e3 space, so we can say that t is a translation by f of 0. डाउट आहे का इथे? टी इज अ ट्रान्सलेशन बाय एफ ऑफ 0 मध्ये.
No, ma'am.
आर यू गेटिंग मी? बिकॉज हम जब भी कंसिडर करते हैं ना ट्रांसलेशन, सो हमारे पास एक वेक्टर होता है ना. टी इज अ ट्रांसलेशन बाय सम वेक्टर ए बी सी, लाइक दिस. What are those A, B, C? These are some points in E3. So here also f of 0 will also be some point in E3, because here all the isometries are function from E3 to E3. Rather, everything whichever we are going to discuss in the differential geometry is based on the E3 space. So here we have T is a translation by f of 0 is assumed, then T inverse will be the translation by minus f of 0. Okay. So we have started with f is isometry, T is a translation by the vector f of 0. Then by the theorem you can write down the reason for this statement. That we have seen the theorem that T is a translation by A, then T inverse will be the translation by the minus A. Okay. So now, what is our aim to prove? See, again, what is given to us? Given that C is a orthogonal transformation. Okay, C is a orthogonal transformation. So, what is our aim to prove now? Here, given that we want to prove F is equal to TC. So, as T is a translation, so it is an isometry. So, can I write T inverse of F is also isometry?
Yes, ma'am.
Why it is isometry? Because we have proved one theorem that composition is also isometry. If f and g are the two isometry, then f composite g is also isometry. Guru केलेत ना आपण?
Yes, ma'am.
Those who don't remember, just go back and you can see the lectures where you have proved if f is isometry, g is isometry, then f composite g is isometry. यहाँ पे हमने assume क्या किया है? T inverse is also translation. So translation is one type of isometry. So firstly it is an isometry, then it is a one type of isometry which is a translation. Okay. So we can say here, you can write down the reason here as T inverse is a isometry. As it is a translation, so it is a type of a isometry. So if T inverse is isometry, F is also isometry. Combining these two statements, F is isometry, T inverse is isometry, then T inverse of F is also isometry. Barabar? So here, if I have T inverse of F is isometry, so what is my claim to prove now simply? My claim is to prove that simply T inverse of F is equal to C. So अगर मैंने ये prove किया तो it implies that T is equals to FC. Correct? That is, F is equals to TC. Correct? So if you multiply by simply T, because we know that T and T inverse इन दोनों का product क्या आता है? T into T inverse is nothing but identity. So you can multiply by T. So you can apply the T on both sides and you can get that F is equals to TC. Correct? So we can get F is equals to TC, and hence our aim is to claim that T inverse of F is orthogonal transformation. हमने कहाँ तक प्रूव किया? T inverse of F is isometry. Now we want to prove that T inverse F is orthogonal transformation. बरोबर?
Yes, ma'am.
अगर हमने T inverse of F को orthogonal transformation अगर ऐसे प्रूव किया, so we can say that F is equals to TC. Okay. So to prove any isometry to be orthogonal transformation, what are the two objectives? We want to prove it is linear. Secondly, we want to prove it is preserving the dot product. Okay. Now let us start with the step-by-step proof. Everyone understood whatever given to us and what we want to prove. So here we have just our aim is to prove that T inverse F is equals to C. That is our aim to prove that T inverse of F is a orthogonal transformation. Okay, T inverse F is isometry हे तर प्रूव्ह झालेलं आहे. फक्त आपल्याला काय प्रूव्ह करायचं आहे? T inverse F is a orthogonal transformation. Now if you remember one theorem we have seen about the orthogonal transformation, I will write down the statement so that you can remember. We have proved this is theorem in the 4th step. Okay, last theorem, which before our holiday we have seen. F is isometric on A3 such that f of 0 is equal to 0. F is isometry and f of 0 is equal to 0. Then prove that F is orthogonal transformation. Then prove that F is orthogonal transformation. Okay. What is our aim to prove that F is orthogonal transformation? Given that f of 0 is equal to 0, F is a isometry. So from this theorem, or we can take a help of this theorem to prove the result. Correct. Given that F is isometry and f of 0 is equal to 0, then we can say that F is a orthogonal transformation. Okay. To prove any isometry to be orthogonal transformation, only one condition is there. F of 0 is equal to 0. बरोबर? समजते सगळ्यांना? To prove any isometry to be orthogonal transformation, what is the condition? You have to prove that simply f of 0 is equal to 0. Okay? And every orthogonal transformation, no doubt it is isometry. Correct? Because it is a type of isometry, no? समजते सगळ्यांना?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Then reverse is possible when isometry implies orthogonal transformation. Orthogonal transformation implies isometry. So orthogonal, obviously it is isometry, but to prove the reverse, that is every isometry is orthogonal transformation. What is the extra condition for this step? We have extra condition that f of 0 is equal to 0. Here also we have to prove the same thing. T inverse of f is isometry and we want to prove it is a orthogonal transformation. Okay. So here you can assume that T inverse f is a isometry and our aim is to prove that it is a orthogonal transformation. बरोबर? So let me start with this, that if I want to prove any isometry with the orthogonal transformation, I have to prove that T inverse f of 0 is equals to 0. Correct? To prove any isometry to be orthogonal transformation, we have to prove that it maps origin to origin. That is f of 0 is equal to 0. It maps origin to origin. So here instead of f we have T inverse f. Correct? F की जगह पे यहाँ पे क्या है? T inverse f. Okay. So we have to prove that it maps origin to origin, that is T inverse of f of 0 is equals to 0. If anyone having a doubt at any step, you can ask me. Okay. Now let us prove that we have to start with the T inverse of f of 0. So what will be the result? It is equal to T inverse f of 0, which is equal to, right? Now what is our assumption? As T is isometry, we have proved that T inverse is a isometry, T inverse is a translation by the vector minus f of 0. Correct? So if I say T of P, so it is P plus f of 0. And if I say T inverse of P, what it should be? P minus f of 0. Okay, now here instead of P, what you can see here? F of 0. मग resultant काय येणार आहे? Can anyone tell me?
f of 0 minus f of 0.
Correct. So instead of P, I have to write here f of 0 minus f of 0, since your your translation is by vector minus f of 0. Okay. You can see this step, whatever I have written here, so that it will be easy for you how the steps come. Okay, so if f of 0 minus f of 0, what will be the result? It is 0. So we can say now T inverse of f of 0 is equal to 0, which implies that T inverse f maps origin to origin. Okay, it maps origin to origin, which implies that T inverse f is orthogonal transformation. Barobar?
Yes,
Are
ma'am.
you getting me? No need to go with the definition, क्योंकि अगर हमें ऑर्थोगोनल ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन प्रूव करना है तो हम क्या करते हैं मोस्टली? We prove that it is linear. Secondly, we prove that it preserves the dot product. Okay, it preserves the dot product. It is a linear. But here T inverse f is a orthogonal transformation. Prove करने के लिए हमें क्या करना पड़ेगा? Firstly, we have an isometry. Then prove it that it maps origin to origin. Okay, if it maps origin to origin, then the result is true that T inverse f is a orthogonal transformation. Okay. So if T inverse f is orthogonal transformation, can I write this as T inverse f is equal to C?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So if I operate T on both sides, so what I get the result? T inverse f is equals to TC. Okay, operating T on both sides. What is the result of this T inverse? It is identity into your isometry f is equal to TC. That is f is equals to T composite C. So here we have proved that f is equal to TC. But what is our aim to prove? Actually, we want to prove the uniqueness. You can see the statement here can be uniquely expressed. Okay, हमने prove किया कि f is equal to TC. Okay, but it may be having some possibility that T is one translation, C is orthogonal transformation, but we may have another choice that f is equal to some T1 C1, right? This is also possible, no? So here we want to remove this possibility, that is we want to prove that it can be expressed uniquely. Okay, so that is our aim, to prove that f is equal to TC is a unique. Okay, to prove the uniqueness, what we follow the steps? आठवते का काय करतो आपण युनिकनेस साठी?
Second consider करतो ma'am.
Yes,
And
we
only
assume that, let us assume that contradiction, that we have some another translation, some another orthogonal transformation. So what I can say, let us assume that I can assume it can be expressed as some another thing, that is T dash C dash. Okay, so let us assume that okay, we have proved this result. Let me name it as some equation 1. This is say equation 2. So we can say that this T dash is a translation and C dash is a orthogonal transformation. T dash and C dash are different. Okay, ऐसा हमने assume किया है. But what is our aim to prove that? T dash is equal to T and C dash is equal to C, which proves the uniqueness. बरोबर?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
we will prove the result by the contradiction. Okay, so actually what we have here, f is equal to tc, ये हमने प्रूव किया है और हमने अज्यूम क्या किया है, से f is equals to some t dash c dash, correct? Let us assume that f is equal to some t dash c dash. So here we can say tc is equal to t dash c dash, correct? Both equations are left handed same, so we can equate them. So now I will apply T inverse on both sides. So applying T inverse on both sides, I can get T inverse T C is equals to T inverse T dash C dash. So what will be T inverse? It is identity. So I can write C is equal to T inverse T dash C dash. Correct? Now we know that C is orthogonal transformation. Okay? We know that C is a orthogonal transformation. So it maps origin to origin. So C of 0 is equals to T inverse T dash of, or here C dash of 0. Okay, what is C dash of 0? Can anyone tell me? If C and C dash
0.
both are orthogonal transformation, we know the result that if it is orthogonal transformation, it maps origin to origin. Why this is so? Because of the first property. What is the first property? Linear transformation. माहिती आहे ना सगळ्यांना linear transformation ची property? Whenever we say that any mapping is a linear, it maps always origin to origin. So we can say that C of 0, here it is 0, and here we have T inverse T dash, and this C dash of 0 is also 0. So here we have the result that T inverse T dash is equal T inverse T dash. This is what T inverse T dash of 0 is equal to 0. Okay. One theorem again we have proved about the translation, that translation never maps origin to origin. Correct, no? क्योंकि ट्रांसलेशन का मीनिंग क्या है, इट मैप्स सम vector to some another position with some specified direction and with some specified constant number. Okay, so here you can say that it is a identity translation, क्योंकि ये translation में कब possible है ये, if it is a identity. If you don't remember, you can go back to the lectures where we have proved many theorems about the translation, that translation का main part क्या है, T of P is equal to P plus A, where A is a fixed vector, so every translation will move up any point to a fixed direction and with constant that A. Okay, उस constant number से ही वो every point को move करता है, correct? So this is not possible in translation unless and until it is a identity translation. Okay, so I can say that T inverse T dash is equal to identity. So now applying T on both sides, so we can say that T dash is equal to T. Okay, if you prove that T is equal to T dash, simply want to prove that C is equal to C dash. Now you put this T is equal to T dash in our equation. Which equation? TC is equal to T dash C dash. Okay, अगर मैंने यहाँ पे put up किया तो क्या होगा यहाँ पे? Okay, TC is equal to TC dash. So T, we can say it can get cancelled, or we can say it can be removed, and we can have C is equal to C dash, and hence the result. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let us end the lecture because you have to attend the next lecture. We'll discuss whatever the doubts you have in the next lecture, because next lecture may be there. So you can leave this meeting and you can join the next lecture. Thank you.